The information you provide us will be invaluable as we do our part to hold folk accountable and amplify the voices of our people in this climate conversation. When you take the survey, you'll be automatically entered to win seats at our annual Black History Month luncheon, Thursday, February 29th. So, hit our website at KBLA 1580. Help us out by taking the short Climate Justice Campaign survey, and you could be our guest at our annual Black History Month luncheon, Thursday, February 29th. Thank you in advance for your consideration and cooperation. At KBLA Talk 1580, we care about the community, we care about the climate. We care about the climate.
Hey, so I'm calling your show, 'cause I need to know. Show me which way to go before I throw my man out the door.
Okay, hold on a second, Keisha. Just let me ask Ronald exactly what's going on, because it takes two to tango, and I need to hear his side of the story.
So she's driving me insane, got stress heavy on my brain. She keeps playing silly games, man, I'm about to bring the pain. We seem to fuss and fight every day and every night. Please give some advice so we can see the light. See the light.
If someone else is trying to control you, it can often come in the form of care. It can look like care, but it's actually control. And there's only one way to know. Is someone giving you care in the way you want to better you, or are they doing it to make you more comfortable and convenient for them?
Interesting. Tonight's topic, you already know it's my Friday. Very deep topic. Control. Why do we seek control in our intimate relationships? Why do we try to control our partners? Is it easier to control our partners than it is to control our impulses? Than it is to control our shadows? Our wounds? We want to explore how relinquishing control and embracing uncertainty can lead to healthier and more fulfilling relationships. Have you dated a controller? Someone who tried to subtly manipulate every aspect of the relationship? Have you dated someone like that? Maybe you dated a covert controller. Very slick the way they maneuver. 1-800-920-1580. I want to know. True or false? We cannot always know. And even though we logically know this fact, and we logically know that we cannot control another person, on another level, we attempt to control anyway, for safety, for survival. Is that true or false? Are relationships that scary of a place that we seek to manipulate and control, or we seek through manipulation to control every aspect of the relationship, including our partner? True or false? Embracing uncertainty means letting go of the need for control and accepting that we cannot predict or control the outcome of our relationships. But isn't that interesting? Most of us are in a relationship for a particular outcome. So the motive is there to try to navigate and control and guide our partner into delivering the outcome that we want. 1-800-920-1580. You already know what this is. This is a non-judgmental space, and it's a national conversation about relationships. And tonight's topic, is it easier to control your partner than it is to embrace the organic uncertainty that comes along with being in a relationship? Life is uncertain. I've been telling people this for years. Life is gray. It's not black and white. You might think in black and white terms, but life is gray. Life is ambivalent. You know what the word ambivalent actually means? From its etymological root, it means even-handed. It means right and left-handed. Ambivalent, balanced. Many people want to shift the balance in a relationship to ensure that they get what they signed up for. 1-800-920-1580. Get to your phone lines. I want to talk to you. True or false? Embracing uncertainty means letting go of the need for control and accepting that we cannot predict or control the outcome of our relationships. How can relinquishing control in a relationship lead to a greater sense of trust and intimacy? I want you to hear that question again. How can relinquishing control in an intimate relationship lead to a greater sense of trust and intimacy? Well, trust is fear-based for most people. And control is the opposite side of trust. In order for me to trust, I must have certainties. I must have some kind of guarantee. I must have some type of assurances that I signed up to the right program. Can you provide an example of a situation where embracing uncertainty led to a positive outcome in a relationship? Can any of you guys do that? 1-800-920-1580. Call me. I want to hear your thoughts on tonight's topic. How does the fear of the unknown contribute to our desire for control in relationship? How does the illusion of control impact our ability to truly connect with our partners? Yeesh. When I come forward, I'm opening up the phone lines. I want to talk to you. I want to hear your perspective. Somebody call in and teach me a lesson.
Reasons. The reasons that we're here, the reasons that we fear, our feelings won't disappear. You're listening to the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
Climate is king.
At KBLA Talk 1580, we believe that caring for the community means caring about the climate. You might have heard that we announced a pretty bold 12-month, $2 million campaign to do 4 things. Increase climate literacy, turn up the volume on communities of color in the climate conversation, connect everyday people with the resources they need to survive and thrive, and highlight frontline climate justice crusaders of color throughout this year. KBLA Talk 1580 will be bringing you insightful interviews on all of our shows to help raise your climate IQ. Each quarter this year, we will also be hosting free climate events in various communities throughout the city with food, fun, and forward-thinking conversations. Thanks to partners like LADWP, Metro, Caltrans, the Sierra Club, the California Community Foundation, the California Endowment, AQMD, MWD, and more. You'll also be hearing more about a couple of national town halls broadcasting live from Los Angeles, to which you will be invited. And we'll be rolling out a robust social media campaign on all our platforms, as well as an outdoor media campaign. all designed to educate, enlighten, and empower you in our fight for climate justice.
We want cleaner air.
Caring about the community means caring about the climate. At KBLA Talk 1580, we believe that we really can change the world if we care enough. KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580, connecting you with services and solutions. Stay Housed LA has the resources you need to know your rights and the legal support to back them up. The COVID-19 pandemic has cost people their jobs and livelihoods. This has left an estimated 1/3 of households not being able to make rent and facing losing their homes. This is a fear no one in our community should have to face. You have rights, though, and Stay Housed LA is here to help. Stay Housed LA is a partnership between the County of Los Angeles, the City of Los Angeles, and local community and legal service providers. Together, they provide tenants with the information and support needed to exercise their rights so they can remain safely in their homes. Find out more about your rights by participating in a virtual tenant workshop. Get the legal assistance you need. Find additional resources in Los Angeles County and the City of Los Angeles. Stay connected to Stay Housed LA County for updates. This and more at stayhousedla.org. Stay connected to Stay Housed LA for updates. This and more at stayhousedla.org. That's stayhousedla.org. Or call their hotline at 213-694-0040. We've got your black with a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
You know you want some more. It's the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
And I've got lots of it. When I was 17, I did what people told me. I did what my father said and let my mother mold me. But that was a long ago. I'm in. Never gonna stop to get what I want. I got to have love.
Hello, friends. Today I'm talking about coercion and coercive control. And I want to talk about 5 ways that toxic people will isolate you. 5 signs that you're being coercively controlled through isolation. Some of these ways fly under the radar. In fact, there were some of them that I didn't even realize I was falling for at one time. So I want to share them with you so that you can understand just how dangerous they are, as well as why toxic people do this and how you can break out of it. With that in mind, let's dive in. For those that don't know me, my name is Michelle. I'm a life and relationship coach. I'm the founder of the Thriver School of Transformation, which is a monthly membership where we meet live weekly and we work through the side effects of complex PTSD and narcissistic abuse or childhood trauma together on Zoom. So we are currently closed for enrollment, but I will be opening up February from the 1st to the 5th. For 1 week, we'll be open again. Okay, so let's talk about what coercive control is. And really understanding this helps you to understand how dangerous narcissistic abuse is. So let's first talk about what coercive control is. And basically, it's when somebody uses fear, right? They do things that cause you to feel fear as a way of controlling you. In other words, you get so scared of how they're going to act and how they're going to react that you begin acting in ways that are contrary to who you are, to how you want to be, and to how you see things in general. Okay, so for example, just to throw an example out there, let's say you love to paint, right? But every time you're painting and you're just enjoying yourself, you're not doing...
Pause this real quick. And let me just get back to it. I hear it all the time. People say, narcissism, the word is used too much. No, it's used too much by the layman. Can we just get clear on that? Sure, it's probably used too much by the layman. Just like the word God. The layman shouldn't use the word God. You don't understand it. You don't know what it means. You don't know where it's from. Right? So the layman shouldn't use the word narcissist because many people do not understand what it is. Okay? Now, we live in a toxic society. I've been saying it for years now. Okay? I told you guys to go look up a documentary called The Corporation. Right? Okay, cool. In that documentary, they are doing a diagnosis on mega corporations. They're doing a clinical diagnosis on mega corporations, where at the end of the documentary, they conclude that corporations are psychopathic. Okay? Many of us work for corporations. Okay? I'm just, basic logic dot connecting. Okay? Cool. Toxic society, working for a toxic corporation somewhere, and you not narcissistic? Oh, probably not. Okay, cool. You're not narcissistic. All right. But when you talk to a clinician, a psychologist, a therapist, LMFT, LCSW, what they will say is most of us have narcissistic tendencies. Doesn't necessarily mean we are clinically diagnosed with NPD. I want to have this conversation because whenever you bring up narcissism to people, they be, oh, Lord, my goodness, this word is overused. No, it's misunderstood. That's why I put the clinicians on the show. Okay? Catch you up to speed on the difference. Now, you got really controlling people in relationships that are manipulative, that are mercenaries. Okay? But that doesn't necessarily mean they are narcissistic. Okay? Just can we be clear? Because so many people be confused. Don't be confused tonight. I'm asking you, have you dealt with a controller? And just like MPD, just like people with narcissistic tendencies, guess what? All of this stuff is coming from childhood wounds that have not been dealt with. So you've learned how to maneuver through society, manipulating, covertly, wearing a mask, projecting a persona to get what you want through subtle means of domination and control. Okay, it's just that simple. Let's not complicate it. In relationships, the desire for control often arises from the fear of being hurt or abandoned. I don't want to feel it again, and I don't want you to leave. One of those two things. We seek a sense of safety and predictability, longing for the assurance that our partner will always be there for us and never cause us any pain. However, this need for control can actually hinder the growth and fulfillment of our relationships. By embracing uncertainty and relinquishing control, we open ourselves up to healthier and more fulfilling connections in general, in theory, potentially. Because, people scary. On tonight's show, we will explore how embracing uncertainty can lead to healthier relationships, using examples to illustrate the point. Now, people are looking at me like, boy, is you crazy? Uncertainty? What? Yes, the unknown. So many people want an outcome that they've envisioned, they want it so bad that they'll even get fake spiritual on you. What do you mean? Oh, the law of attraction and the law of assumption, and all I got to do is believe. No, that's not how it works. All you got to do is bathe those nasty, dirty, stinking wounds in your spirit. That's what you got to do. But see, that's the hard part. The way we've been cultured is to repress, suppress all pain, wounds, and childhood upsets. And we have created an identity around I'm okay, I'm good, I'm straight. We've curated a false identity to move and project outwardly to others that, yo, I'm the one. When in fact, you're not. And we find this out a few months into the relationship. You know, some longer than others, you know. Sometimes 18 months, sometimes a year, sometimes 6 months. But the closer y'all get, the more gets revealed. And you're going to see. Let me ask the question. Why or how does one attract a controller? I'm very interested to know. Do you know? 1-800-920-1580. We got callers on the line. I want to get folks in. This is a national discussion. I want to get your opinion. I want to get your POV. Don't be afraid to share. You won't be judged. But we will discuss. Sean, Oakland, California, get in here.
Hey, brother. Wow, this is a very good topic. And I'll tell you what, in my longevity so far in being in a relationship for a long time and all that, is that the one thing that you can predict in this life is unpredictability. And so I think once someone embraces the fact that you're going to deal with stuff that you couldn't possibly predict, period, before you start a relationship. So that's why, in my opinion, my humble opinion, why people want to control. It is exactly what you said, fear, right? So they can't possibly know what's going to happen when something bad happens or something unpredictable happens. But the fact of the matter is, that's what life is, people. We all know it. Everyone listening to this show, everyone that watches everything, listens to everything you do, knows that something's going to come up you couldn't possibly predict, and a lot of times it's not fun. But you know what? If you're a controller, right, it makes it all worse. It makes it all worse. You're not going to have a relationship that is, you might keep a relationship somehow, but it isn't going to be a good one. You know what I mean? I mean, you need to really just understand that you want to be with someone and talk about this, young people, if they're young relationships. Talk about it with them like, hey, if something's going to happen in our relationship, I don't know what, something's going to happen. It's not going to be good. Can we work through it together? Because it's unpredictable. We know it's going to happen because that is the one thing that's predictable, brother, is that life is unpredictable.
Man,
that's what I'm saying.
I love it, Sean. I love it. I love it. I love it. Guess what you just did, my brother?
Brought Oaktown in the house, baby.
Hey, you want to bring your city in the building? You want to join the conversation? Where's Watts at? Where's JW? Come on, JW. I'm calling you out. Huh? Call in, LA. I want to hear from y'all. Hey, the phone lines are open. I got my brother Nazarene X from Atlanta, Georgia. Nazarene, get in here.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about, but earlier I heard my girl, Miss Jackson, playing, and I believe that it's tied in. I believe that women with nipple rings can manipulate anyone they choose.
Wait, what happened? What?
Janet Jackson, Miss Jackson, if you next.
Yes, we play Control.
she's allowed to control people. There are certain people that are allowed to manipulate.
Because she's attractive?
Miss Jackson, if you nasty. I mean, I'm just showing love, but just, yeah, man, we about to get in there.
Okay. Now, would some people consider you a controller in relationships, sir?
I hope so. I would hope so.
Talk to me, man. Share with us.
Self-control is very important. So in that regard, I definitely have had feedback through relationships to where it's like my self-control, whether it's, oh, you ain't trying to do such and such, or whatever. Like, I'm able to control myself, and that can present itself as, again, it's a shining light of, oh, yeah, the chemistry, so to speak, is there, the alignment is there, and there are other times where it's...
So watch this, Nazarene. Watch this.
Mm-hmm.
You are a controller. You know how I know?
Let me know.
Because you're controlling the damn conversation. This is not what I'm talking about. But when we come forward, when we come forward, you're going to address the damn question. He said, I control myself. Yeah, I'm a control. No, you know what I mean, Nazarene X. And when we come forward, we're going to get the truth on your coercive behavior. Let's go.
He's on fire tonight. It's the Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams, exclusively on KBLA Talk 1580.
I'm Tyreek Wynn. Here's the latest on the Black Information Network. A conservative group insists NFL's Rooney Rules is racist. The rule requires football teams to interview at least one minority candidate during the hiring process. America First Legal, which is led by former Trump advisor Stephen Miller, filed a complaint with the U.S. Equal Employment Opportunity Commission, claiming the 2003 rule is discriminatory. This is the latest in a string of complaints the group has filed recently against various sports leagues and companies. In November, it targeted airlines for racial and sex discrimination. Master P and Snoop Dogg are filing a lawsuit against some of the biggest food retailers in the country. The rappers say the companies conspired to halt their efforts to sell their cereal brand. According to a TMZ report, they hired famed criminal attorney Benjamin Crump to file a lawsuit against Post and Walmart after both allegedly teamed up to ruin their deal to sell Snoop cereal and Mama Snoop. That's the latest. I'm Tyreek Wynn on your home for 24/7 News, the Black Information Network.
Let Express Employment Professionals help you hire for contract or full-time jobs. Forget about posting jobs, sifting through resumes, and interviews with unqualified applicants. Go to expresspros.com to find the location near you. That's expresspros.com.
We all agree that America has a very serious problem.
Okay, KBLA delegation, we need your help as we launch our 2024 Climate Justice Campaign. We would deeply appreciate you going to our KBLA 1580 website and filling out a short climate justice survey, which will help us better serve our beloved community as we build out this campaign. It'll take you just a few short minutes to complete the online survey, and the information you provide us will be invaluable as we do our part to hold folk accountable and amplify the voices of our people in this climate conversation. When you take the survey, you'll be automatically entered to win seats at our annual Black History Month luncheon, Thursday, February 29th. So, hit our website at KBLA 1580. Help us out by taking the short climate justice campaign survey, and you could be our guest at our annual Black History Month luncheon, Thursday, February 29th. Thank you in advance for your consideration and cooperation. At KBLA Talk 1580, we care about the community, we care about the climate.
If your Medi-Cal is ending, Cover California is here to help. Cover California is a service from the state that helps you get affordable health insurance. In many cases, at no cost to you, just like with Medi-Cal. We have quality health plans, and we'll help you every step of the way to get the one that works for you and your family. So, if you're no longer eligible for Medi-Cal, check out Cover California. We'll keep you covered. Learn more at coveredca.com.
It's never been faster or easier to be a voter. Look for your vote by mail ballot in the mail. Fill it in and drop it off at a mailbox on your way to work, on your daily walk, or when dropping the kids off at school. Save time and vote early. Make a plan to vote at plan.lavote.gov. That's plan.lavote.gov. Brought to you by the Los Angeles County Registrar.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580 believes in community empowerment through the arts. Tia Chucha Central Cultural is on a mission to transform community in the Northeast San Fernando Valley and beyond through ancestral knowledge, the arts, literacy, and creative engagement. The Northeast San Fernando Valley has a population of about 500,000, the size of the city of Oakland, yet it has no bookstores, art galleries, or full-fledged cultural spaces until Tia Chuchas opened its doors in 2001. Founded by renowned poet and activist Luis Rodriguez, Tia Chuchas Cultural Center provides a year-round free or low-cost arts and literacy bilingual intergenerational programming in mural painting, music, dance, writing, visual arts, healing art sessions, and healing talking circles. Activities also include Mexica, Aztec dance, indigenous cosmology, philosophy, and 2 weekly open mic nights, one in Spanish, the other in English. In addition, they host author readings, film screenings, and art exhibits. To express yourself, heal yourself, attend an event, or volunteer, please visit www.tiachucha.org. That's TIACHUCHA.org. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
If you say you care about the community, you have to also care about the climate. We're KBLA Talk 1580, and we've got your black. KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580, connecting you with services and solutions. Legal Aid Foundation of Los Angeles is a nonprofit law firm that protects and advances the rights of the most underserved, leveling the playing field and ensuring that everyone can have access to the justice system. Every year, LAFLA provides free, high-quality legal services to more than 100,000 people living in poverty across greater Los Angeles. Their unique combination of neighborhood offices, self-help centers at courthouses, and domestic violence clinics puts Legal Aid Foundation of Los Angeles on the front lines in vulnerable communities and at the forefront of change. LAFLA's expert team of attorneys, paralegals, and support staff works to provide direct representation, offer counsel and advice, provide referrals, and educate the community about their legal rights through workshops and seminars. With locations all over LA, you can access their services or volunteer to help no matter where you live. And if you have an urgent issue, call 213-235-0060. That's 213-235-0060. To get legal help, make a donation, or volunteer, visit LAFLA.org. LAFLA.org. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
You're listening to the Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams. Only on KBLA Talk 1580.
Just had a fight with my woman over something trivial told. We rarely have confrontation, and if the I said really was bold, I think she get it from my mama. Her bitterness passed down from old. When I'm calling out her drama, she too defensive to listen. I'll call so. Looking at, I got problems. You got the type of advice that I need. I couldn't get through on the Legend series. Dana was talking of the time that I need between working or being so clingy. Plus the time zone difference don't make it more easy. So I figured I'd call in early, turn my life down, mercy, I got through. You tuned in, Voices is the show. Yeah. Voices is the show. So just lay back your mind. Something new. Everybody tuning in to soul. Cause he is the voice of reason, yeah.
You know, many of you know that there was that time in that early in the relationship, like, is he gonna get in touch? Is she gonna text me back? Do you think she wants to see me again? And some people will meet someone and they'll say, oh, our first date lasted 36 hours. To which I, as a psychologist, I'm like, oh, no, that's not so good. Okay? Or they'll say, from the day we met, every morning the good morning text, every night the good night text. And I don't know what I would do without it. Other twists on this, and a lot of you are probably thinking, oh, is she talking about love bombing? Might be things like, I'd come out to the parking lot after work and there'd be a rose on my windshield. Or like a dozen roses came every day to me at the office, or teddy bears or chocolates or other things like that. People might think, well, that's romantic. It's thinking about me. All the people out there say, oh, God, I'm dating someone right now. They never get in touch with me. And obviously that's another extreme. If you meet someone and you go out for dinner on a Saturday night and they don't get in touch with you again till Thursday, yeah, probably not. They're probably not that interested. But what if they're really busy at work and it takes them a couple days and they say, you know what, I'm so sorry. I'm just coming up for air. I had such a great time. The entire fantasy of control, of confusing control and love, and no one will say, God, I really hope to find someone controlling, is what's the fine line between someone being very attentive and someone being controlling? A lot of it is qualitative. Listen, I'm the first one out there who's down with a really sweet good morning text. I wake up really early in the morning, so it'd be very hard for someone to get ahead of me on a good morning text, but there's something sweet about it. And goodness knows when I'm not with my kids even, I'll like, good morning, sweetheart, I miss you. Same with good night. There's something reassuring about that, okay? But when it feels like, when it goes into an interesting territory is when the person maybe sends you that good morning text or that good night text, and then they get upset because you don't respond. Where were you? How come you didn't respond? How come I don't see the words coming? You know how like the little dot, 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 dot on an iPhone? How come you weren't responding? I saw your read receipt. In fact, I remember one guy telling me that he met a woman and she said she would not date a guy who didn't turn on the read receipt feature on his phone. I was like, break up with this one. But like, where are you? How come you're not getting it?
Woo! Dr. Romney don't be playing. But what she didn't say is the reverse is true too. When they turn the read receipts off. So all you see on your text is delivered. Huh? That's a control option too. They don't even want you to know that they read your text. So all you see on your end might be delivered, which just means the text was delivered and is ready for review. Huh? Hey, when you dealing with somebody who's moving through society like a can of oil-ish, or what does Bobby call it? Oil-ish. That's what he calls it, a can of oil-ish. You know what ish actually means. Slick it in a can of oil-ish is what Bobby says. If you know somebody moving like that, what do you have to hide? Why are you so in control of your movement? Now, maybe you're on the FBI's most wanted list. Maybe that's it. I don't know. Maybe you in some type of protective custody. But if you just a regular person and you moving around like that, that's a red flag. And I mean, listen, some people call me an influencer, a social media type person or whatever. I feel overly exposed because I go back and forth in my mind. Should I delete my IG? Should I delete my TikTok page that Chanel set up for me? Should I delete all of the social media? And all my team is saying, no, 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 no. You need those things. But I'm exposed because I can never really pull back. But if you got somebody in just the common sector of things, and they're moving in such a clandestine way, what are you hiding? Talk to me. Control is a big deal. Huh? And I ain't mad at somebody controlling their image, their whereabouts, their privacy. I'm not mad at that. But if you with somebody and they're operating like that, you never make an appearance on their social media. They never make an appearance on yours. What's going on? I want to know, what are we controlling here? Are y'all, you understand what I'm trying to lay down? Now, I'm going to get back to Nazarene X. It's my brother, my nephew. Nazarene X, are you clear on the topic, my brother?
I've been clear on that. Look, I'm going to just, again, I don't even know what the lyrics are, but in terms of the funk, right? How people be like, keep it funky.
Keep it funky.
Right. It's all the same ground. It's common ground. All of what you just covered, everything is exactly that. How we were even speaking to yesterday, it's like, mind your black-owned business. When I keep my receipt off, it's to help whomever I'm sending such and such. It's that, like, I'm here. I'm just, when I deliver a message, I deliver a message. When I receive one, I receive one. As I communicate with others, I communicate with others. I'm saying that we all have spaces in our lives to, how you say, exercise our ability and willingness to remain flexible with those that we open our space with. Like, if you don't care about your own personal mental well-being, the whole nine, that's where all of these words are. Again, I'm all the way with you. Certain things are for the lanes, period. Yes, lanes. Love. I feel you. It's not for me to judge anyone or say, get your panties in a bunch or be approved. I felt how the lady was talking on the clip, like, you know, you have somebody like, yo, you get the good morning text, and then it's like, at the end of the day, and the internet is responsible with this, it's just us. People
But like Dr. Romney said, sometimes people use those tests as fishers. I'm fishing to get something. So she said that good night text, okay, good night, have a good night, I'll call you in the morning. They want that response. If they don't get that response, then it's like, well, where are you? Go ahead.
They have a whole conversation with themselves in your face if you care to look. That's all it is. Like, at the end of the day, and that's where you could get ridiculed and again kind of come back. I don't want to put it in the context where it might sound on the airwaves like I'm fully disagreeing with anything that's been shared with me. But like, I like constructive criticism, and that breath with alchemy and all of that, it ties into how you feel for me. It's like if someone sends something my way, regardless, I'm responsible for how it makes me feel.
Right.
Or whatever I'm perceiving and all of that. So, yeah, people could use things to fish, but I look at it like I've already blocked you physically. But I don't need to press the block button for me to block you.
Mm-hmm.
That's how my life works.
Mm-hmm.
So all of those different ways, I believe that it just naturally flows to where all I'm able to do, or what brings me joy, is just remaining in groove with myself. And then when you have a partner that shares your steps, y'all in rhythm with your emotion,
right?
Like that's all splash. Miss Jackson, if you nasty.
Hey, hey, Naz, guess what you just did, brother?
Right, TL in the building. Love you, man.
The A is in the building. We love you, Nazarene X. If you want to bring your city in the building and share in this conversation, please give me a call at 1-800-920-1580. When I come forward, I'm already headed. I'm staying in the South, but I'm going to Texas.
Is it good to you? More Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams when we come forward.
LADWP is proud to partner with KBLA to share with you how to start the new year without bill worries. We're here to help if you're behind on your bill or need help staying current. Sign up anytime online for Level Pay to set predictable monthly payments throughout the year, including for past due amounts. You can also check out the special extended pay arrangements of up to 48 months to help pay down your bill. If you're a senior or income qualified, you may be eligible for Easy Save to receive discounts and also qualify for free and discounted energy and water saving devices. You can get up to $15,000 for past due water and or sewer bills and up to $3,000 for electric bills. But you gotta act fast. Funding is limited. You can reduce your past due bills and kick off the year right, because here at LADWP, we're here to help. Visit ladwp.com/cares today and find out more.
Listen up, City of Los Angeles renters that live in rent-controlled units. Landlords can now increase your rent by 4%. Know these 3 facts. The rent increase is allowed February 1st, 2024 through June 30th, 2024. An extra 1% per utility up to 6% can be added if the landlord pays the entire gas and electric bill. And illegal rent increase complaints can be filed at housing.lacity.org. Check if you live in a rent-controlled unit and learn more at housing.lacity.org. Be informed, be protected, be at home.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA reminds you that when we fight, we win, and we don't black down. LA Community Action Network, or LA CAN, was formed in 1999 when 25 residents of downtown LA came together and acknowledged the problems that existed in their community and made a commitment to do something about those problems, to stand together, organize, and become a force in the community that demands change. Civil rights and preventing the criminalization of poverty are their core projects. In addition, they take on women's rights, the human right to housing, and healthy food access. LA CAN also has projects focused on economic development, civic participation, voter engagement, and community media. While downtown LA remains their home base, with a particular emphasis on the Skid Row community, in 2007, they expanded their housing and healthy food access work into South Central Los Angeles. LA CAN believes that power for low-income people and people of color is achieved through a large, active, and well-informed member base that utilizes a multitude of methods to advance their messages and goals. If you'd like to join the Los Angeles Community Action Network and organize people to fight back against oppression, please visit cangress.org. That's cangress.org. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
You know you want some more. It's the Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
It's the infamous mob, MOBB. Can't be touched, can't you see? Nate, you man, cause me, I'm gonna do my thing. You know I do my thing. I'ma get my drink on and party like it's okay. Trust me, man, it's okay. Bounce with me in slow-mo. When they hear the kid in the house, they're like, oh no. 50 got them looking again. They open again. Got them sipping on that juice and gin. You can find me in the background, burning that backwood. Styling, stunting, doing my two-step fronting. Now I'ma tell you what them told me, homie. Just lose it, parental discretion's advised. This is grown folk music. Now blend in with me as I proceed to break it down. It's always off the chain, man, when I'm around. I played the block pumping. It was all for the dough. I get the club jumping, cause I'm sick with the flow. You know it's so loud. like wherever I go. I jam-pack the show, man, that's for sure. I got the info, you already know. Man, I get it poppin' in the club, everybody show me love, let's go. You know I got what it takes to make the club go out of control. Quit playing, turn the music up a little bit. Bounce with me now, shout it, let's get into it.
So let me ask you this. Do you find yourself constantly trying to control what your partner does, how they do something, when they're doing it, or do you disagree with the way they're doing? Do you get upset or even angry if things are not done specifically how you want them done? And now tell me this. Is this behavior undermining or destroying your relationship? Do you feel like this has some kind of negative effect on your love? And since you are still here, I'm sure you want to change this behavior and grow as a person. Am I right? Now, well, trust me, you're not alone. You're not alone at this at all. There are many people who struggle with insecurities, jealousy, anger, and the control of their partners. Such a person may find it difficult to maintain relationships and friendships because people generally don't want to be micromanaged. It feels stressful, oppressive, and approaches the line of abusive behavior that no one should have to put up with. But this type of behavior doesn't always manifest as just being controlling. It can take up forms of excessive worrying, constant offering of unsolicited advice, meddling, or trying to fix problems they see around themselves. So let's say this is you. How do you stop being controlling in a relationship? How do you stop feeling so stressed, anxious, and worried and angry all the time? First, you need to identify where your need for control comes from. The need for control often stems from different types of anxiety and fear. You may find that your need for control has nothing to do with what I've already mentioned, and that your need for control is simply a misunderstood need for control of your own emotions and your own anger. So let's start with...
Wow. The fire continues. Listen, before I get to my next caller, I got to give you guys some information. KBLA Talk 1580 is your election information station. And we just released our first ever survey of Black LA County voters. The groundbreaking results highlights a wide open LA County District Attorney's Office race. And it's going to be quite interesting. Listen, plus the Black community's views on crime, criminal justice, and other key issues that are not being addressed by the DA candidates. Heavy stuff, right? To see the unique results of our very first political poll of likely Black voters in LA County, hit our website at KBLA1580.com. Once again, that's KBLA1580.com. And while you're there, check out the rundown of all the candidates, right, we have interviewed to date. And you should take a moment to fill out our climate justice survey. All right? Very important stuff that we're doing here at KBLA Talk 1580. Listen, no talk station in Southern California is covering this important election like we are. At KBLA Talk 1580, we've got your black. All right, back to the topic. And it's a fire one, the illusion of control. And I love when the sisters call in because the sisters just have an entirely different perspective from the brothers. Doesn't mean it's more important, but it's definitely a different flavor. Let's get them in here. Attila from Houston, Texas. What are your thoughts on tonight's topic?
Uncle Joe,
Hey,
I have
hey.
a question for you.
All right, go ahead.
I didn't greet you. How are you? My bad.
I'm good.
You doing from the south?
I'm all right. I'm alive.
Yes, sir. I understand.
Mm-hmm.
So, my question to you is, what is your anxiety worth?
Say it again.
Can you hear me? I said, what is your anxiety worth?
Wow. What is your anxiety worth? I think for many people it's priceless.
Okay, let me rephrase the question. Hold on. What have you given up or paid in your transaction for your comfort? your emotional comfort?
I think for many people, you got to give up personal growth.
No, I'm talking about you, specifically.
Oh, you asking me? Okay, let me get
Yes.
refocused. All
Yes.
right, hold on. Ask me them questions again. This is to me.
Yes.
Oh,
yes,
I
to
thought you was
to
on
you.
topic. Hold on. Let me downshift and put it back in first. Now say it again.
No, I'm on topic. I'm getting there. You know, it take me a minute. I'm a tourist. What is your anxiety worth, and what have you given up for your comfort, for your emotional comfort?
Oh, well, for me, my anxiety, let me just say, it's worth a lot. And I'll tell you why. Before, it was worth nothing because I was trying to escape from it.
Mm-hmm.
But now it's worth a lot. So when it does come up, I've learned how to process it now. I used to run from it. I used to try to, sometimes you try to fix in order to satiate the anxiety. So let me fix it. Let me figure it out. Let me provide an answer. But once I started to realize, like, oh man, you've read these things, you've studied these things. Now it's time to put them into action. Now when anxiety arises, I just lean into it. This is the moment. Lean into it. And what I've learned is leaning into the anxiety without judgment, it goes away. It goes away quicker than it does with me trying to fix it externally. Does that make sense? So now it's exceedingly valuable to me because now I'm like, oh, okay, anxiety rises to the top. I sit with it. It dissipates. And then I learn something. Like some type of revelation comes from that moment of acceptance of the moment that I'm in. Hold tight. I'll tell her when we come forward, I got more answers for your questions.
But hurry up, cause I'm thirsty. I need that brand in my system. P on my side twisting. In club through phase with a chick that go both ways. Let me see that ID just for grown folk. Put a drink till the worm is gone. Hit the dance floor like a scene from soft porn. For it pop, make him sign a disclaimer. Try to get me on some pop. These tricks are framing, but in any event, he with 50, it makes sense. Sense into them dollars, the on the holler. But you looking at it, that them came from the squalor. Now my money so